If you've ever had the misfortune of dealing with a narcissistic individual, you will often notice that they absolutely love arguing. They get a kick out of arguing. They're not interested in a debate. They're not interested in resolving anything with you. They're not interested in using logic. It's all about control. It's all about manipulation. It's all about power. There's several reasons that narcissistic individuals like to argue, and one of the first of these is so that they can maintain control over the situation. Narcissistic individuals go all out with their arguments so that they can dominate conversations, so that they can keep you from regaining control of your own thoughts and feelings, or stop you from setting boundaries with them, because more often than not, you're looking for that resolution, you're looking for peace, you're looking for calm. They exhaust you so that you back down and they get what they originally wanted. You can just say to a narcissist that you'd like a little bit of space, and they'll argue that you're the one who's being selfish. You can say that you've had a long day and you just want to sit down for 5 minutes and ask them if they could pick you something up, and they'll accuse you of being too demanding. However, when they want space, they'll not even ask for it, they'll just ghost you. When they want something, they'll expect you to just pick it up for them, and when you don't, they'll accuse you of being selfish. You cannot win with narcissistic individuals. They just twist things to get their own way. Narcissists like to argue so that they can provoke you. They go all out to deliberately provoke certain emotional reactions from you so that they can maintain control over you. They can argue in a way that makes you feel guilty so that you give in to them. They can argue in a way that makes you lash out of character so you feel like you're the problem and go all out to make it up to them. They go all out to make you feel like you're the crazy one, you're the one who is in the wrong. Thereby they shift the focus away from their own behaviour. A narcissist will go all out to frustrate you, to wind you up, and then when you have a normal human reaction, they'll accuse you of overreacting. They'll claim that you need to calm down. They'll stand there all smug and go, "What's wrong with you? Have you had a bad day?" They'll go all out to bring up your insecurities just to get under your skin, and then when you respond, they'll flip it and claim that that's why they can't ever have a conversation with you. The best thing you can do is learn to recognise the game so that you don't take the bait, so that you can remain calm and no longer give them the reaction that they desperately crave. Narcissists argue to avoid accountability. Narcissists want to avoid taking responsibility for their behaviour. They'd rather shift the blame. So they go all out to argue to distract you and shift the blame onto you. They'll come at you with those unjust accusations to get you to defend yourself to them. When they're caught out in one of their lies, they can turn around and say, "Well, what about that time you, even though you didn't?" And you're then defending yourself to them. And it's all about the narcissist dodging responsibility. The best thing you can do is stay focused on the issue at hand. And if they want to start deflecting or those unjust accusations, recognise the games. Know your truth and leave them to it. Narcissists argue so that they can feel powerful, so that they can feel superior. They argue to elevate themselves by devaluing you. Narcissists want to prove to themselves that they are better than you. They will use mockery. They will use sarcasm. They will twist facts to make you feel this big so that they can feel like the almighty powerful one. And if you dare to call them out, they'll simply turn around and accuse you of being unable to take a joke, of being too sensitive. The best thing you can do is recognise their sense of superiority and don't internalise their insults. It says more about them than it ever will you. Narcissists like to argue, to exhaust you, to wear you down, to drain you so that you give in easier to their demands. The narcissist chooses to argue endlessly to wear you down, to make you give up and give in so that they can find it easier to manipulate and control. They keep arguing and they get a sick pleasure out of this, and they know that eventually you're going to get tired and you're going to give in. A narcissist will argue with you and enjoy watching you going crazy trying to prove your point to them. The best thing you can do is disengage when necessary. Leave them to argue with their own reflection. They really enjoy that one. Narcissists go all out to argue, to gaslight your reality, to distort reality for you. You say it's black and they'll say it's white. You say, hey, yes, you sent me, you said this. And they'll say, no, I didn't. And you'll say, yeah, I've got it in writing. And they'll say, it's not my handwriting. And you'll say, no, it's a text message. And they'll say, I never sent that. Have you been on my phone? Did you send that to yourself? And you're constantly at loggerheads with them. You don't get anywhere with them. What they want you to do is drop it and move on so that they can continue doing whatever it is they want to do. If you dare to ask them for a favour, they don't want to do favours unless there's something in it for themselves. They forget. You then say, hey, did you remember? And then they say, you never asked me to do that. Narcissists just turn it around all the time. They accuse you of imagining things, and it keeps you confused and questioning yourself. The best thing you can do is trust your own experience. Seek external validation if needed. Narcissists like to argue so that they can gain attention, so that they can keep the focus on themselves, so that they can remain the centre of your world. They prefer positive attention, but if they can't get that, they will go all out to get the negative attention. A narcissistic individual will purposefully pick fights over trivial things just to make sure that all eyes are on them. The best thing you can do is recognise their need for attention and no longer feed into their drama. When it comes to a narcissist and their arguments, they are not about solving problems. They're about control and manipulation. The best thing you can do to protect yourself is to disengage and not give them the reaction that they are so desperately craving for from you. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, such as narcissistic individuals. A Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the criteria, the tactics they use, such as mirroring, devaluation and word salad, how you lose your confidence, why they always have to be right, and then things like Jennifer Freyd's Darvo, brain fog, brainwashing, how to overcome things like anxiety. And then there is 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain with those you can't go no contact with. Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment, which is a guided journal. So there is for you to write in and the guided prompts. And then Behind the Mask, The Rise of the Narcissist, which is the first in a 3-part series. If anyone is interested in any of those, they are all available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.